Hey guys!
Hi.
We just got back from our super duper long weekend. First, we were in Siena for the day, and then we were in Rome for 2 days. So that's why we haven't been on here, but we had a blast. So now we're going to tell you guys about it.
Siena was pretty long. We were up and had to ride a bus there. That was a long trip. And when we got there, we had to walk these hill thingies. There was a lot of walking. It was pretty. I mean, there were some good pictures to be taken, but the only thing I got out of it is there's different contradas.
I don't even know what that is. I don't like guided tours.
And that we had these horse rings thingies in the square, and that's pretty much it.
Yep.
Oh, and we went to a haunted museum.
Oh yeah, we went to it was not a haunted museum,
a torture museum. Sorry.
Like with all the different tools used to torture people over the years. I know it sounds horrible, but it was really cool.
Well, that was pretty much what I got out of the thing.
I got something different out of this lovely trip. First of all, I don't like guided tours at all, unless it's super interesting, which I'll tell you a good one later. Second of all, I don't like walking. I don't like the heat. I already know all that stuff. So we decide after our guided tour is over, we have a couple hours to spare, and us and our friend Aubrey don't really feel like doing anything. We're exhausted, our feet hurt, so we decide to just sit in the square and hang out for an hour and a half and people watch. Well, in the midst of people watching, 3 boys surround us and start trying to speak Italian to us, and if they speak it slow, I can understand it, but Aubrey speaks Spanish, so she can understand it a lot better than us, especially when they speak it fast. So Aubrey's talking to them, and they're like, "Oh, do you guys have boyfriends?" And Aubrey's like, "Oh, I do, but they don't," which is a lie because she doesn't even have a boyfriend. No. So she throws me under the bus, and she's like, "Yeah, Jacqueline's single," and I'm like, "Great." So then these boys start talking to me, and I can't understand anything they're saying, and they're trying to read my tattoo, and I'm trying to explain what dancing is, and then finally he keeps saying, "I'm gonna go away for 10 minutes," and Aubrey turns to me and goes, "He said he's going to leave for 10 minutes and come back." And then she goes, "Oh, no, wait. He wants you to come with him for 10 minutes.
And we're like, oh, my God.
And I'm like, no. And we're in public, and one friend of theirs comes over out of nowhere. All of a sudden, there's 10 guys around us, and 2 of them can speak American. And they're screaming horrible, obscene words in American at me. And everyone in the group, everyone that's sitting around us, there wasn't just 5 people around us. There was 40 people sitting around us, staring at us because these guys were trying to get me to go with them and hang out with them. And I was like, seriously, this needs to stop.
And we're just like, oh my God.
It was embarrassing.
Stop.
So that was Siena.
But the only nice thing was, when we were done, we got to leave and come back towards Florence, and we went to a really awesome dinner where we had some really great wine that actually, your teacher, is it your teacher?
Well, I drank red wine and liked it.
Yeah,
it's my Italian teacher makes it, and it was really cool. It was up in the mountains, so at least the night ended well.
And we actually made it through all of dinner. We ate a little bit of everything.
Yep. I think it was 5 courses. Yeah. So then the next day we went to Rome, and we had to be up at 6 in the morning.
And our Siena trip was delayed by a lot.
Yeah, so we didn't get home until midnight, and then we had to be on a freaking train at 7 a.m.
Yeah, because actually we got told, "Oh, be ready by 7:30," and then they're like, "Oh no, be ready by 7," and we're like, "Oh."
Yeah. So we wake up and we head to Rome, and I don't do good with being tired and hungry. And tired is one thing, hungry is one thing, and then tired, hungry Jackie is the worst thing you'll ever experience in your entire life. So I'm really cranky and exhausted, and my hip hurts. And we walked to all these places, but we saw cool stuff.
And we got to see cool architecture things. I mean, we went to the Vatican.
Went to the Trevi Fountain, and I stole a coin. Supposedly, if you take a coin, whoever's coin you took is supposed to fall in love with you. Where are you, dude? So we stole coins, but then we went to the Vatican, and I didn't pay attention, so she'll tell you about the Vatican.
She didn't. Before we went to the Vatican, we went to the Spanish Steps, and we walked up and saw a cool view of the city of Rome. And then we went to the Vatican, and we took a tour thing. And then we went into the museum. They showed us the main points of the museum. And then we went from the museum into the Sistine Chapel, which was cool.
It was pretty.
It was really pretty in there.
But
apparently there was some girl trying to Snapchat while she was in the Sistine Chapel.
Yep, so that was the Vatican.
Well, and then we went inside the main church and saw
Oh,
some
yeah.
really cool
Keep
stuff in the
forgetting
main
about
church.
Keep
But
forgetting
other than that, I mean, we didn't do much of that.
that was Vatican. And then we were cranky when we went home. But then,
And we took naps and did homework.
I did not nap. I
She
studied
did
and
homework.
read because I don't nap.
She's
So
a good
then
kid.
we have dinner or whatever, and he's like, "Oh, this place is so good." And we're like, "All right." And I'm willing to try anything. Ever since I was little, my dad's made me try every food.
And
So
I'm
we get
not.
there and she eats the bruschetta every time, which is just bread with tomatoes on top
But
and
it's
oil.
really, really good.
It is good, but still, come on. So we get all these fancy different foods, and we're trying all these different foods, and then it gets to the second plate, which is the meat, and I'm like, oh my god, they have beef tartare, and everyone kind of looks at me, and I'm like, I want to have beef tartare. So I decided I'm gonna try beef tartare, and we decided to share it, and they prepared it in front of
It's
us.
so cool. I actually took some videos.
It was really good. It was so good.
We actually ate all courses.
Yeah,
we
we
had
had
our little
everything.
appetizer, then we had our first course, then we split a second course, and then our roommate split a second course.
And then we had a dessert
And
and
we had a dessert.
limoncello.
Yeah.
The owner's
Owner's son.
son brought us out limoncello and this
Licorice
liquor,
flavored.
which was gross.
So, I
But
thought
fresh
it was good.
biscotti. So yep. And then the next day we went to the Coliseum, which
Today.
well, we shopped a little, but then we went to the Coliseum, which was my favorite thing I've done so far here.
She loved it.
Oh my god, I don't like guided tours, and I was seriously in love. I listened to everything. It's just such a cool story. You walk in and how they talk about how it used to be. There used to be floors, and everything you can see is the underground, and all of the seating area has collapsed. And there was a prophecy that when the Colosseum collapsed, the Roman Empire would collapse, which is what happened.
It just made me want to
It was
watch
just cool.
Gladiator.
I have never seen it, so I'm gonna have to. And then we wandered around where Rome originated, the original palace used to be and stuff.
Yeah.
And then we had food, and then we shopped and came home.
Finally.
I'm exhausted.
Yep. Obviously why I look like this. And I
Yeah,
really
we look
don't
like
care.
crap. I have horrible tan lines.
We really do. I have tan lines from my purse.
I have tan lines from my purse, my tank top, the back of my tank top. It's just bad. So now we are going to bed. And we're not going to post videos every night. We're going to post them every 2 nights now. Sorry, guys.
We don't have much to talk about. We just have school.
We have too much to do, too much school every day.
Yep.
So that was our awesome weekend.
Be jealous.
Yeah, it was great.
And the food was really delicious. Oh, fun fact, Jacqueline also tried another red wine this past weekend, and
Yeah. Oh, that one was really good.
she really liked it.
I also had
It was
real
really good.
ravioli. I've never had any ravioli except for Chef Boyardee, so I went all out. So yeah, that was our weekend. So bye, Michigan.
Bye,
It's been
guys.
real.